Hey YouTube, what's happening? Chris here. I wanted to bring you guys a little update on Bitcoin. And guys, remember how I was talking about and telling you guys if 3,400 wasn't going to hold, we were going to be going lower, and that's what we're seeing now. And that's what we're going to dig into a little bit more today. Some of the things that I'm seeing, some of the things I want to tell you guys about and to be careful about. If you guys could like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share this, all that, guys. I really appreciate it if you like what we do here. And guys, you know that I've been realistic with you. We talk about the bullish side, we talk about the bearish side, we talk about the sideways action. We have a plan for each and everything that we do. And I think that's one of the biggest things in this cryptocurrency space and in trading as well. A lot of people don't have plans. And today I want to draw out a little bit of a plan with you, and I just want to show you some different things that I'm seeing that I want you guys to be aware of. And that's what we're going to dig into. So guys, we're on the one-day chart for Bitcoin right now. We're at $3,364. We're down 1.85%. And what I want to show you is, so guys, for the longest time, we are in this descending triangle that we had here. Do you see this? Do you see the lower highs? And we have this flat bottom that was being defended around that $5,800 to $6,000. Now, you can see how we were going up and then we were going down, and we just could not break through this trend line here. And eventually we fell down, guys. We went from $5,700 all the way down to $3,100. So that was a massive break. All right, that's a descending triangle. They break down about 64 to 70% of the time is what my books say. And you want to be aware of that. And most of the time they follow the trend. And our trend has been down here now for about 13 months due to the bear market. So what I wanted to show you next, though, guys, is, in my opinion, Bitcoin's forming a potential another little descending triangle here that I wanted to show you. So what we're dealing with here, and you guys tell me down low if you're seeing this as well, because this could potentially play out. So we had that first descending triangle, then we had that massive break out of it, right? So now, guys, what we're looking at here, we're looking at the lower highs that are taking place here. And then what this would be, guys, if we came down here and we set this double bottom and we don't get a good bounce that'll break through this trend line here and get us up and out of it, even if we came out of it, had a throwback to the line, held that as support and moved forward, that would be great. All right, but right now, our best scenario is that we get a double bottom off here, that we come down here around this 3,100 or so. And since we've had a touch over here that had good volume come in, and we also had this support here, I'm hoping to get some slight bounce here. Now, if we don't get a bounce here, guys, we're definitely going to go to lower lows, and that's what we've just been having. I mean, we've been having these lower highs and lower lows just consistently coming in, guys. And that's where I want you guys to be careful and protect yourself, protect your positions. I mean, you saw how we've been talking about this breakdown. If we lose 3,400, we very well could go down to 3,300, which I have a target at, and then this $3,100. And you can see with the 3,300, guys, we're only $66 away, which is nothing in terms of Bitcoin. And the reason we've been talking about this is, take a look at the RSI. Same deal, right? We're having the lower highs that are taking place. We have not busted out through this trend line yet, which is very crucial. All right, we haven't broken it yet. Another thing is the volume. And guys, when your volume's going down like this, do you see that? It's going to make the breaks even that much more violent. And that's what I wanted you guys to be aware of, is that these breaks get very violent when the volume dries up and there's not a ton of volume to soak it up. So the volume will dry out, especially in descending triangles. You'll see this right here, guys. We had this initial breakdown on high volume, and then we've just been moving down in terms of volume. And when you have that, whenever a big whale comes in, he's either going to push it extremely hard to the upside, that would get us over these moving averages and up through this trend line, or it's going to push us down to a potential double bottom or a potential lower low here around that $2,800 is what I'd be looking at. And guys, if we break out of this and this is a descending triangle that ends up forming, we very well could go down to that 2,800, no problem at all. No problem at all. You see how fast and how quick we drop, guys. And, you know, a lot of people don't prepare themselves for that. You have to have those downside targets. You have to have those upside targets. You have to have the sideways targets. And, guys, until we see a higher high, I am not convinced that we're not going to continue to go down. That's what needs to be, that's what we need to see, is that higher high. It's very, very important. So I wanted to bring that aspect to it of you guys. And now next what we're going to do here, like we did the other day, we're going to look at the Fibonacci a little bit. And we're going to figure out where we potentially could find a bounce, where we could potentially find some support, different things like that. So let me clear this off for us. You can see how overextended we are, guys. This is the 200-day moving average right here around that $5,400 or so. And you can see the distance that we have between that. I mean, this is crazy, guys. And another thing that you want to look at too, this is a trend line I still am paying attention to. Even though we broke out of the descending triangle, what I want to do with this, I want to extend this out. Because if we do get to a point where we can break out through this, guys, on good volume, this could be a huge break because we had all these touches here. So say volume does come in and we get over top of that with huge volume, that could be immensely important for us. So pay attention to that trend line. Not a lot of guys have this trend line drawn right now. And that's an important one because a lot of people stopped at that descending triangle, but we want to extend that out to see what's going to happen. All right. So guys, let's take a look here at the fib. And what I want to fib here is this move right here to see how close we're getting to that 0.23. So take it down here. So guys, the 0.236 would be around, let's see, $7,100. So when we add up overhead resistance and what we're looking at and why I still think the trend's going to be down, guys, we have this overall trend line that's moving against us. We have all our 20 EMA, our 50 moving average, and our 200-day moving average overhead. We have the 0.236, which is very difficult to get up above around this $7,000 area, so where we have all this congestion right here. And that's why, guys, I'm planning more so for the downside. I mean, if we were up above this 236 here and we were treating that as support, that's different. But we're not. And that's what we have to take into account, guys. And that's why I try to warn each and every one of you. I know some of the guys who want to go to the moon tomorrow get upset about it, but it's the truth, you know. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm seeing and what I'm planning for. And if we go through and we look at all the different spots, so we would look at around 1700 here could be a potential bounce, and then I would look right in here around that 2800. And look, guys, there's not a ton left, and then it's down around that whatever $800, $1,000. We'd look at $1,000 range, 1100. So we could put that there. And that's why I do believe, though, guys, in the next maybe 6 months or so, 3 months, this trend is starting to exhaust itself. There's not much more downward pressure before smart, intelligent investors who are already starting to accumulate are going to jump in here, because look how much room there is to run to the upside once we do get above these things. You know, guys, even from this 11,000, from 11,000 to 17,000, this is going to be a huge error because of how hard and how fast we dropped. And when you have big gaps like that, you can move extremely far to the upside as well, or to the downside, depending on how the gap is. But we had such a fast fall, and it's because we had such a fast run right here that we have to take into account. And another thing, when I know, guys, we're going to enter the long-term bull market, the next long-term bull market, is when we close up above this 200-day moving average and we get over all this. This 200-day moving average is huge, guys. You can see right here, when we had this reaction from this fall, we had this reaction back up to this 200-day moving average here. We could not get over it. We got thrown back down. We hit it again. We got thrown back down. We couldn't even make it on these, and then we just broke down. So we're going to have to make another attempt at this at some point. It's going to be happening. So, you know, guys, continue to, you know, keep your eye on these things. Look how far down we've truly went in terms of just the Fibonacci. We'll bring it. You know, guys, hold on a second. Let me try to get as close to zero as I can. It's hard on this chart here. We'll just take it from right back in here. Take a look at where we're at, guys. And that's where we said that 28, 2500, that could maybe get a bounce off the 0.886. Maybe. We'll see if that can happen. But look how deep we've gone, guys. And when a huge sign, like I said, losing the 200, and then also when we lost the 0.618, a lot of guys knew, hey, I'm getting the heck out of here now because we just lost that. We didn't get a bounce off that, and that was at 78.25. And also at the 50, when the 50 was lost, also around that $10,000, that large psychological level, which also coincided with the 200-day moving average, it's time to get the heck out of here. And now, guys, since we know this stuff, we can understand, bull markets, bear markets, all the stuff that we've learned and studied that we didn't know. I didn't know any of this, guys, a year ago, and that's why I've put in so much work studying and looking at these things. So now I'm going to understand, when's good times to put money in, when's good times to take money out. And that's what I want to help all you guys with as well. Remember, I'm not your financial advisor, but I'm here to try to help you the best that I can. We've lost some very key areas, guys. You even look down here. Take a look at this. I guarantee you we've lost the 0.618 on this move. The bots couldn't defend it anymore. So now we're at the 0.786, which, we have gotten some bounces off that this year with Bitcoin, but I wouldn't bet on it, guys. I truly would not try to be going long right now, and that's just me. I don't want to try to fight this trend right now. But, guys, if you like these videos, please like, subscribe, all that. I'm going to continue to try to bring them to you the best that I can, and just really pay attention to these things, guys. If this area that we have now, this 3,300, is breached, I will meet you down here around that 3,100, and I pray, guys, that will hold. We can get a double bottom off that. If not, we're going to be rolling over, and we're going to be going down pretty quick. So be prepared, guys. Take care of yourselves. God bless each and every one of you, and like these videos, subscribe, share, all that if you like what we do. God bless you.